So how do we develop these leadership traits? I was 28 years old when I started working as a manager in veterinary medicine. 28. I didn't know left from right, right from top from bottom. I had never been a manager. I had been a secretary. I literally fell into this profession quite by accident. My father was building a kennel addition at Newark Animal Hospital. I was there to pick him up. Dr. Maddox came running down the hallway, jumping up and down, shaking my hand. Oh, you're Shirley's daughter. You're Shirley's daughter. When can you start? I said, start what? He said, work. I said, doing what? He said, we'll worry about that tomorrow. Be here at 8 o'clock. And he ran back down the hallway. I looked at my father like I just entered Mars. Was that an interview? Did I just get a job? Do I want this job? What are the benefits? I knew nothing. That was my entry to veterinary medicine. Okay? So how do we develop them, especially if you've had a start like mine? How do you develop them? Time, education, experience, learning. These 4 things, what we're going to talk about next, will help you develop them, strengthen them, and grow them. Commitment. You have to be committed to being a leader. Be an example to your team. Work beside them, walk beside them, work alongside of them to achieve an end goal. I talked a little bit about building a rehab center on our property. When Dr. Cafone walked in and said, I want a rehab center, I said, well, why can't we just have a rehab room? Put some mats on the floor and do our thing. I want a pool. You want a pool? Okay. You know how the legalities involved in that? He didn't care. He wanted a rehab center. Took a big team I put together to achieve that end goal. We did little experiments. I didn't realize I had these mindsets until I actually tapped into them. Commitment. Modeling the way. Practice what you preach. Say what you say. Talk the talk. Walk the walk. It's your stage. You're going to set it. How do you want your team to perform? Do they have to ask you for permission for everything they do? Or are you encouraging them, empowering them to do what needs to be done to get to the end result? Knowing and accepting that there may be mistakes made and accepting that you might have to help create a way out of those mistakes. You want to inspire common vision. Get other people involved in your vision. This is key to success here. I never just threw something out without first testing the waters with key people that I worked with to see how they felt about this vision that I had. Yeah, I see merits in that. I think that would work. That's a good idea. Try it. And they'd walk off knowing what I was doing. They also knew that when I presented this vision to the team, the entire team, they were going to support me in it. Or they would have said, let's talk about it, Shirley. I don't like that idea. Get to know your team and get your team to know you. Okay? The goal here is you're working towards a shared vision. It's not your vision alone. It's a shared vision. My vision was to open the practice. My vision was to start Veterinary Specialty Center of Delaware. All the stuff that happened under that roof was a shared vision. And I also gained compliance in the first vision because I couldn't do it by myself. We had to have partners. Accept challenges. Nothing works the first time around. At least in my experience, you've got to always have a backup plan, or you need to have different pathways from the original path that you decided to embark on. Encourage your team to do experiments. The rehab building, back to my story. Okay, Mark, I get it. I hear you. You want a full harness system. You want a floor system. You want a pool, and you want underwater treadmill, right? I get it. Let's see first if it's viable with the clients. Let's set up a room where we can do floor exercises and massage and manipulation before we embark on a separate standalone $2 million building. Let's see if we can make money that way before we embark on something else. That was the experiment. Take risk and encourage your team to do the same. Most importantly, Find little positive takeaways from mistakes. For every mistake we made, we learn from it, right? That's your takeaway. Takeaway to do better. Maybe we need more marketing. Maybe we need more research. Maybe we just need to understand it better. I got challenged to open a lab for a stem cell after he already bought the equipment. Back to my Dr. Cafone. That was a challenge because you just spent, what, $50,000 on equipment? And now I've got to find a place in the building that I can make a sterile lab so we can take the stem cells and spin them down and put them in somebody else? Really? I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I knew it was complicated. I had to get my team together. We had to take that challenge because we couldn't fail here because we already spent the money. And we learned together. And we succeeded.